Hey y'all, how's it going? I am Joy, and welcome to Moonrider. This is supposedly a little journey game where you're supposed to find yourself, and honestly, I love those kinds of things. Those kinds of experiences about learning about yourself and kind of finding your path are very, very fun to me, and so when I seen that this game was for free on Steam and was a brand new release, I wanted to give it a shot. So, let's get into this thing, huh? Oh, God. Are we supposed to be... doing something? Oh, okay, that was just the opening. Alright. Oh, W and S. Can I use arrow keys instead? No. Okay. There'll be questions that you can answer as you progress throughout the game. Or mouse buttons to select an answer. Okay. Do you often feel tension in your muscles or rapid breathing? I'm always tense muscles, yes. Are you emotionally drained but full of anger? No. I'm emotionally drained, but I'm not full of anger. Am I speeding? Are you torturing yourself? Sometimes I do, but not sure. Are you a quick-tempered person? No. Should someone be responsible for your suffering? No. When the wind interference sign appears, a minigame awaits you. But there was a question I wanted to hit. Oh god, alright. I wish that this was an arrow keys thing. Or A and D for your controls. Can I change that by chance? Hang on. Options, game, controls, there we go. The wind is A and D. So gas and brake. I want this to be different. I can't change it. Great. Okay, so A and D is the wind. And WS is the gas and brake. Which means I have to actually use the brake more often during the little mini game. Okay. Carrying on then, here we go. Is there something making you angry at the moment? Okay. I tried to speed up. Why didn't you let me speed up? This is going to be a pain. Do I have to use the A and D for the wind, then? During the minigame? Is that what this is all about? You hate yourself? No. Oh, I get it. Okay. I'm very slow to this thing, but I think I get it. So I have to use D. Keep dying in this darn thing, though. Positive S. Okay. I didn't even read that because I was busy. Oh. I did way too much on that. Okay. So don't hold down D. Just use the D. Got it. Alright. Blame yourself. Yes, I am. Okay, minigame. Aha, alright, made it. Can you give up now? No. The aggression, reaction of internal conflicts. Yes. Do you notice that your attitude towards others is becoming more aggressive? No. Does it seem to you that the whole world is against you? No. You feel like smashing something to pieces? Yes. Actually, I do. You feel like arguing over small things? No. Constantly have to struggle with everything? No. You looking for a job? Not really. I'm just on a ride, my dude. We're hiring right now. Maybe you'll find your place here. I've been here 6 months. It's a great team, and they also pay on time. That's helpful. There was a boy of about 16 standing on the pillars of the construction site. Skinny and pale with huge bruises on his eyes. Oh. The ones you can see from afar. Furious chatter was coming from the construction site. Oh, boy. Ask about the job. The work here is dirty and dusty. You're always busy, but when you come to your guys' room, you feel like living. You listen to their problems, and you don't care about your own. You find a family here. A main or a second one. Our guys have wives and children, but it's like they belong here. They drink, smoke, talk about life, like everyone else, have their own rules, and they can teach you about life if you have not seen it. Kid, I think you need to get away from them. I see you got a cool bike. How many horsepower? I wouldn't mind a ride on something like that. My dad would throw a tantrum if he knew I wanted one. And my mom wouldn't care. You know, she's just on her own. Alright. Oh, kid. One time my dad went crazy. I came home from school and my room was a mess. Notebooks closed. My mother was crying. My eyes popped out when I saw all that. Do you know why my mother cried? Dad punched her in anger. Left a couple of bruises on her. So he started hitting me afterward. That's why I ran. I was lucky. While I was wandering around, I met the site manager. Told him what was going on. He said, "Come and join us. We'll take you in." That's what I did. My family still doesn't know where. You know, my dad was always yelling that I wasn't worthy of everything I had. And now I realize I'm worthy of a family and a free life. I may be young, but I know things. I talk about myself all the time, but I never ask. Where are you going? He opened up to me, so I told the truth. There's a sea nearby. I want to take a break from the harsh routine. If you're not going to speed, look around. It's beautiful here. We used to drive up here a lot with my parents. Mom used to gasp at the views every time. I wish that time would never pass. I wish I could wake up to an early childhood where you were loved. I wasn't a bad kid. My great guy has a son too. So what? Do you think he beats him too? Hates him? Well, no. He gives him presents for no reason, and draws pictures for him. In return, he hung it up on the wall the other day. My mom wanted a new pair of shoes. Dad wanted a cigarette case. You think if I buy them those gifts, they'll forgive me? You don't know. I know they'll smile. Maybe just the mother, but that smile is worth working here for. Sorry, I have to work. Maybe I'll see you around. What would it take to drive a man to run away from his home into the unknown? Stuff like that, man. Sometimes a house that was supposed to be a cozy refuge turns into a prison. God dang. You constantly struggle with everything. No. No, I do not. Clearly. You feel like punching someone? Oh, sometimes. Sometimes. Can your anger help you deal with your problems? No. Anger never does. Oh, that is pretty. You'll have a hard time controlling your emotions in certain situations. Yes. God, that's so pretty. You feel like you're always alone with your problems? Sometimes, so I'm gonna say not sure. Is there any justice? Yes. Are your efforts completely useless? No. Is there a point to it all? Yes, there is. Does no one see your suffering? No, I think people can tell, but some people just don't seem to care. Do you feel like punching your fist on the table? No, I don't. It was noisy around the man, who was gesticulating vigorously and shouting aggressively for the entire forest to listen. The saws were working to exhaustion and sawdust was everywhere. After an outburst of emotion, with a heavy sigh, he threw his axe against a stack of logs and leaned against a tree. Help with what? I know how to work the tools myself. Or were you looking for a job? What are you staring at? Get out of here before someone hits you in the eye with a log. The man clenched his fist and put it to his forehead. You clearly have an issue, sir. Yeah, I've been going crazy lately. Did you know whose company it was? It was mine, and I lost everything. It was so good. You've changed a lot, Henry. The deal went through. God dang. People from the top just wanted to take it all for themselves. Let them choke on it. Drool flew in all directions, and then catching its breath, the man continued. I mean, I've worked my whole life for this business. Everything's been going smoothly. Wife, kids, 2 beautiful sons, my boys. Wife. I spent so little time with them. Always negotiating till late at night. And then the angry wife is on the doorstep. The kids are already in the rooms. The eldest just turned 18. A tough kid already. A man. The man's forehead wrinkled and he made a painful grimace, full of pity and pain. It's funny. I used to see happy kids at the front door every night. Ready to break my neck by jumping on it. Those hooligans. He was carefully looking for something. Suddenly, a look of delight appeared on his face, and the man quickly pulled out the find. A slight smile flashed across his face, but the look remained just as sad and screaming with regret. One looked puny and pale, and the other rather massive and tan. My God, look at those little fellas. My treasure. The older one wanted to be a soccer player. He's so quick and strong. And the younger one wanted to... what did he want to be? I think he wanted to be this... What's it called? I don't know. It slipped my mind. A programmer. He was great with computers. He was into games. I remember him begging me for a game disc. When my head is empty, I can't remember. One swift movement, he took the photograph into the pocket of his coveralls. It charmed me with just a glance, but her temper leaves a lot to be desired. Heavy and painfully meticulous. But I can understand her. She's been alone with the kids all these years while I've been here killing myself. What are you looking at? Do you think babies are so easy to take care of? Oh, God forbid. Yeah, I know. Taking the one to the daycare, picking up the other one from school, you do his homework. Every now and then I think back to our days when we were young. Oh, it was something. When I first saw her at the disco, my jaw dropped and didn't raise back. She could really charm with just a look. Oh, and what I experienced when we were waiting for the firstborn, you definitely don't want to hear about it. With an annoyance. What now? The divorce, the cold stares for my sons, the ruined business. You know, I carried my folks to the extreme, and they made me an enemy. What could I do? I sold my car so I could pay my son's tuition. And they didn't understand a darn thing. You don't have to live with us, they said. I'm everything to them. Man took a breath and pulled himself together. I'm sorry. I didn't say all that out of spite. I love my family and I want it back. Do you have a family? At least keep in touch with them. What are you doing here? Nice bike, by the way. I remember when I used to ride my wife on one of these back in the day. Where are you going on it? I'm going to the sea. Hope the wind cools your head and what's been consuming you. Take care. Okay, so hang on a second. Are we going to the sea to, like, end it at the sea? Do you feel like yelling at someone? No, I don't yell. Is there something making you angry at the moment? Yep. Kinda. Does your state tick you off? State? No, I absolutely adore our governor. So, absolutely not. No, and that's probably literal, but whatever. Frequently about to explode because of other people's actions. No, not frequently. Oh, here we go again with the wind. Okay, got it. Nailed it. Are you a resilient person? Yes. Oh, that was cool. You hate yourself. You already asked me that. Answer is still no. Is there anything around that makes you feel angry? Yes. Is your aggression a signal that something needs to change? Probably. Can you identify the positive aspects of aggression? Yes, sometimes it does help you get feelings out in the open that you normally wouldn't. So it can be helpful every now and then. It shouldn't be, but it can be. Oh, my kind of place. Look at that. Are you a resilient person? Still, yes. Yes. This is so cool. Willing to maintain positive communication even when difficulties arise. Yes. I love this place. Look at that. That is so cool. This is like my kind of like country back road driving area. The log cabins and everything. Do I believe in myself? Yes, I do. Are you willing to look at the situation from the perspective of others involved? Yeah, of course. You get nervous about things that haven't bothered you before? Abso-freaking-lutely. Do you have regrets about something that you've done? No. No regrets. Are you willing to change your plans if it makes life easier? I don't know. Is there a chance to make things right? There's always a chance. Always a chance. Oh, and I'm in the desert. Weird. I don't like it here. Can we go back? I want to go back. The wind was strong here. A girl with an easel settled near the canyon, not cannon. I stepped a little closer, afraid to scare the girl, but yet I felt curious. The palette had many warm tones on it, reflecting all the colors of the sunset. Beautiful, isn't it? I've wanted to come here for a long time, to paint and enjoy the views. People don't think about nature and what surrounds them when they are busy with their problems. Do you? Do you think about it? About your problems or nature? Got you. I saw the world in black and white before I started painting. I'm kidding, of course. It was just a relief from the constraint rummaging around in my head sometimes. Something was wrong. All the time. You know, loneliness is not our enemy. Loneliness is a friend to me. You learn to listen to yourself. What do you want? I want a burger and fries tonight. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Give me. I would love nothing more. And people. They can help. Too, or love, or taking care of yourself. Loneliness has been a punishment for me my whole life, as if I were incomplete. I searched for my soulmate. I screamed, "Look at me. Take me in." And now I'm here, alone, enjoying my life. Alone. I found what I love to do. You can fulfill all your dreams or preserve what you see, even if it's slightly embellished. I left my hometown looking for myself, stopping every time at a beautiful place. I tried to capture it. You're listening so intently, not even interrupting me. For your life story? Are you really that interested? Or are you gonna kill me? In such a beautiful place, they'll find the corpse of such an unremarkable girl. I'm not gonna kill you. Oh, my goodness, it's truly so beautiful. Here, I don't want to tarnish this place. You must think I'm stupid. You can think that. I think so too. That's why they don't want to talk to me. I'm telling you my whole life story. I don't know you, and you don't know me. But I know you like what I like. There are a lot of construction sites and factories around here. Soon it'll be all built up, I'm sure of it. And future residents will look at this beauty from their high-rise buildings. Then they'll see other constructions and other high-rise buildings from their window. I lived in a low building on the top floor when we used to look at the sunset with my grandmother and discuss persistent problems. You can't see the sunset now. Those high-rises blocked out the sun and Grandma's gone. Oh God. No one else will make lavender tea and treat me with delicious candies. Okay. After a long monologue, the girl suddenly fell silent. God dang it. What are you drawing? I've been drawing since I was a kid. I've been told I have talent, but I don't think so. There's no such thing as talent. As long as you're called special, someone else can do better because they draw more than you. There's always someone better and more talented than you. I'm constantly comparing myself to others. I wish I could get rid of it. But every time I see Japanese artists in my feed, this thought escapes me. What a style they have, what lines. Unconsciously, I start to despise myself for not being like that. And then the other thoughts come to mind. Here you are on the edge of a cliff. Metaphor, of course. You know, it's such a unique atmosphere here. It feels so complete. How can you not fall in love here? The sunset with yourself and the meaning of your life. The wind suddenly lifted all the drawings into the sky. The girl watched them in a state of shock. I wanted to ask her why she didn't want to catch them. Was she worried that all her work would be lost? But the girl firmly interrupted my thoughts. Don't be sad. One less drawing, one more this experience is hard to lose. Only it was a memory. I guess it's an excuse to go back to the place where everything was so dear to me. Maybe it's all you? Me? While I was alone here, everything seemed amazing. Maybe you shouldn't have come here. And it's not about scattered drawings. It's that you shouldn't get involved in other people's lives. Do you think hearing other people's problems will help you get rid of yours? This girl was probably upset that she had lost the works she held dear to her heart. It's better to leave her alone. I'm sorry, but you just... okay. Can you listen to other people's points of view? Clearly, yeah. Do you ever have hopes for a bright future? Not really. I live. It's what I do. Do you feel happy? Yeah. Are you ready to accept the fact that solving problems requires effort, patience, and time? Yes, of course it does. Do you know how to let go of the past? Not really. I know I should, but I don't know how to. Do you share advice with friends? When they ask? Yeah. Can you put yourself in someone else's shoes? Yes. Do you make promises that are not likely to come true? No. Can you find a compromise in your current situation? You know what, I don't know. I would like to say yes, but I don't know. Because it depends on the other person and their ability to compromise, right? Like, just because I can compromise doesn't mean that they're willing to meet me halfway. So, I don't know. Oh, more wind. Yay, I love wind. I mean, I do, though. It is, like, some of my favorite weather is, like, windy and rainy. It's some amazing weather. No. Do you love yourself? And I can. Do you have a support that you can rely on? Yes. Do you value yourself? Yes. I'm gonna say yes, but I have to get through this wind patch first. I'm getting myself a carpal tunnel workout. Yes, I do. Does everything seem dull and meaningless? No. No, it does not. You often feel dullness and tired. I do feel tired a lot. I will say that. I'm definitely tired. Specific plans for the nearest future? No, don't. Do you realize that accepting help is not a sign of weakness, but of self-care? Yes, I do. Maybe there is something you don't normally talk about, but would like to speak out. I'm not sure. It all depends on what comes up, man. Are there activities and hobbies that might give you some joy during a difficult period? Yes. Reflect on your values and what's really important to you. Yes. God, this is so pretty. Would you like to keep a journal to express your feelings? I just recently started a new one, actually. Oh, yes. For a days filled with sadness and longing. No. Have activities to help you relax or unwind? Yes, I do. Do you sometimes allow yourself to just be with your sadness without trying to change it? Yeah. Sometimes. Can you pinpoint the positive aspects of your life even during difficult times? Absolutely. You have to. Do you feel like someone close to share your emotions with? Why are we at a cemetery? Yes, I do. Oh, God. You accept yourself as you are with strengths and weaknesses. Yes. Why are we at a cemetery? You have trust in your decisions. Yes, I do. Oh, this is going to be sad, isn't it? Each day of self-acceptance is an ongoing process, not an end point. Yes. Can you forgive yourself and others for past mistakes? Of course. How long have you been doing something creative? How long? Yes, no, or unsure. I don't know how long it's been. I can't say yes, it's been long. Can you accept your fears and perceive them as opportunities for growth? Yeah. Can we just get away from the cemetery, please? Affect your self-esteem? Yes. You become more confident in yourself. For sure. Can you respect other people's points of view without agreeing with them? Yeah. Oh, good, we're past the cemetery. Can you accept the shortcomings of others? Yes, that's a bar. I don't... Why are we in a bar? I don't want to be in a bar. I don't drink. I would have just kept going. It was so warm in the bar that I had to take off my jacket. I wanted to take a rest, have something to drink, and eat after a hard day. People were discussing something heatedly. Their problems, troubles, or just ordinary things. There was a bar stool near my table where a couple was sitting. My attention was drawn to the conversation. The woman began to argue in a raised tone of voice. I was banned, you know. I could have already gone on the tour with the theater, since I was a child. But that doesn't mean you should stop fighting. The man paused for a moment, as if daring to speak. Did you like it? Yes. How are things going at work? It's alright. There weren't many customers today, so I wasn't worried. I set out the groceries and was reading a book. Got it. What? My profession isn't that interesting? No, sometimes I envy you, that you don't have to worry about your customers, I think. Your life doesn't depend on them. You can just smile sweetly at everyone while beeping their banana milk. Even if they think about your weird hairstyle, it won't affect your paycheck or your ability to keep working. Hey, what's wrong with my haircut? Nothing. It was an example. I didn't mean to offend you. How can you offend me? My hair is perfect and the customers love it. And I think you're exaggerating. Why so? The opinion of your managers means nothing. They can't ruin your life. Some people don't like the color pink, while others are crazy about it. Some laugh at your gap in teeth, and others find it heartwarming. Who likes a gap in my teeth? I love the Strahan. I think that it's charming and unique and brings character. I do. The woman was clearly embarrassed. She ran her hands over the edge of her skirt and turned her gaze away from her companion. How many auditions have you been to so far? I don't know. I want to sign up for one. There's some kind of TV series. Why not? Don't know. I'm not sure. It's just so scary. I wake up and I think I should start prepping for the audition, but I end up just lying there staring at the ceiling. It used to be easier when I was in high school. Like life was so easy back then. No one promised it's going to be easy in the future. You're beautiful and smart, you have experience, you have to give it a try, or you'll just stay in the same place. Stop. If they don't look at one audition, they'll look at another. Be brave. Maybe. It's not my thing to start with. Why don't you try the theater? You've had experience. Yeah, it's not the same kind of fame and money as the movies, but maybe you could be in your place there. You have talent. Don't let the outside noise drown it out. The beauty standards, the worries about your body. The audience will accept you anyway if you're sincere on stage. In this local theater, no one knows how to act. I don't want to work hard for a penny there. Try to work in the theater, and then maybe you'll go to a bigger city. There'll be more auditions and opportunities. You decide for yourself, of course, but it hurts me to see you torturing with these worries that you won't succeed. Do you think they'll take me in? They will. I don't know. I do. This conversation made me realize that you're afraid of your success. You're loathing yourself, understanding and not believing in yourself. You're not ready for a big career if you keep thinking that way. You just don't hear me. I don't have the energy to try and get my life together. I'm sorry that you didn't understand me because of your principles. I'm sick of your overly rational and informed opinions. Seems to me you just want things to be decided for you. Here's your role, doing great. It's not going to work that way. You have to work your way through it. I'm not asking you to solve the problem. I'm just tired of wandering around useless auditions and getting rejected. While you're whining about not succeeding, other people are getting roles. And you'll end up standing in the store with me, laying out the goods. Of course, you'll just keep whining about how no one notices your talent. My own thoughts began to interrupt her. They have to keep moving. Yeah, we need to go, sir. Can you accept the shortcomings of others? Yes. And let's get going, buddy. Do you feel like you own your destiny? Not sure. What if I have a destiny? Are you capable of accepting your achievements and progress? Yes. Are you aware of your strengths and values? Yes, I am. Do you feel that your decisions and actions have an impact on your life? Of course they do. Do you see your uniqueness and value in who you are now? Yeah. Can you accept your creative ideas without worrying about others' judgment? No. Absolutely not. No, I cannot. I'm always like a little bit apprehensive about being judged about that kind of thing. Is there something you see yourself contributing to and accomplishing? Yes, life, right? You contribute to society. You consider yourself worthy of a great life. You are who makes life great, so yes. Are you aware of the changes that happened in your life? I lived it, so yeah. Do you give yourself permission to make mistakes? Yes. You're allowed to. You accept your feelings of sadness, fear, and anxiety without trying to suppress them, sometimes. The sound of waves crashing on the shore and the feeling of the first sun rays on my skin bring a sense of peace. A guy with a leashed dog strolled peacefully along the beach. Dark glasses and a dog at his side made it clear that he was blind, which means we can't pet the dog. Sadness. The man felt the dog suddenly stop and examine the stranger curiously. He stopped with his friend in front of him, sighed heavily. Did I just hear that? My girl smelled the stranger. The dog looked at me with kind eyes, wagging her tail. Can I pet? I know I'm not supposed to because it's a service dog, but look at that golden face. Look at it. The stranger offered to pet his girl. Yes, please, give. Coming closer, I could see the badges were music band and guitars on the dog's harness. Someone had clearly given them to him as a reward for his hobbies. The dog was unexpectedly affectionate. Oh, she was ready to fall on her back to have her belly scratched. Every now and then. Yet the structure the man was holding on would not allow this to happen. Still, the question on my mind kept me from enjoying the moment. You have a dog in front of you that is letting you pet her. And you can't enjoy it? What is wrong with us, sir? How could such a kind dog protect his master? And are they specially trained to accomplish such things? But the man decided to interrupt my thoughts with a question. It's an atmospheric place, isn't it? Yeah, I really wanted to come here. I love walking here. The sound of the waves drowns out any intrusive thoughts. Don't be embarrassed because I'm blind. It's my pleasure to meet good people along the way. My girl likes you. That means you're not gonna walk away from us. She likes people. She was raised that way. Of course, some idiots try to make fun of me in some way. But we try to keep them away. The man felt a scrutinizing stare. It was clearly fixed on the darkened glasses. I used to have to fight for attention, now I don't even try. Since my girl likes you, I'll tell you. But every time I do, I add a little fiction to the story. It's a funny game that I play. If I come clean, at least I get to have some fun. It's also a good way to make memories. I once told a boy a story about me being from a local lawyer with a few bizarre quirks. Hopefully, when he finds out about Daredevil, he'll remember me. Anyway, I've been working in an office since graduating. Incredibly boring job. I remember everything in gray tones, like someone put a filter on those days. But I tried not to get discouraged. I thought I'd do something creative, to create something bright, to lighten up my life. People don't realize how much opportunity they have to live happily ever after. Yeah, let's be honest, I didn't realize it either. I was renting an apartment with a friend to strike off the price. When I told him about my book ideas, his eyes lit up. I would never see those shining eyes again. Anyway, we got caught by some local hooligans walking home from work together. They knew me, I still don't know how, but the guy in charge yelled my name when he poured acid into my eyes. At the time, there wasn't a movie that came to mind where the acid had such a profound effect on the main character's fate, but now a couple of examples rolled around in my head. A friend of mine got hurt pretty bad too. He only got off with a broken arm though. He moved away after that. That's how our friendship ended. In the first weeks on the hospital bed were still hopes for improvement until one day the doctors told me about irrevocable blindness, damage to the optic nerve. It was as if I sunk to the ground after those words. I quit my job and abandoned the idea of writing my book. I had a guide dog at the time, and, I started to enjoy life. I tell her stories and she listens. Honestly, she listens more than people do. I believe it. I can. I've already accepted my fate. I bought a guitar and now I'm learning to play stuff. It's hard, but it's possible. So, don't give up. If you lose something, you'll find something new. Yeah. Maybe it's time to let go of something that's been bothering me for so long. You know, accept your feelings of sadness, fear, and anxiety without trying to suppress them. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta feel it, man. Do you know what to do next? No, absolutely not. Not now. Does acceptance affect your relationships with others? Yeah. You have an inner confidence in your abilities. Yeah, but very inner. Very inner. My outer confidence, not so much. Can you find positive aspects of the situations you accept? Yeah, look at how beautiful this is. Are you capable of setting your goals and plans based on your beliefs? Yeah, I think so. Do you feel better? I kind of do, I think, yeah. Wow. Okay, so thoughts on the experience while the credits roll. I think that this was a man, us, our character, was driving his bike to the lake so that he could let go of life, and along the way he met people who have it so much worse, per the usual on how things go in life. You never really know how easy you have it or how good you have it until you see other people's lives and what they go through. And honestly, I think that is something that we can all get better at, right? Is like recognizing the blessings that we have even when things aren't going well. Like for me, I've been alright, sure, let's go through it. I've been struggling lately with emotional pain and loneliness. From an emotional standpoint, right? Like it's not like I'm alone or I'm lonely, but there's this emotional distance and disconnect between myself and others, and just with myself in general. I feel disconnected from myself sometimes. from a mental and emotional perspective. Like I have my entire day that I have to go through doing things, right? I have my video work, I have editing, I have commissions, I have the work from home stuff that I do. And then there's the family stuff. Dad, the van's been down for a while, so I've been biking to the store, walking to the store, and so physically I'm healthier for that, but it's also a pain because I'm not really accustomed to those distance of travels. And so like yesterday in particular, I spent like 2 hours going there and back, right? So it was a bit of a strain. But then I come home and then I have recording work to do and more editing work to do, and sometimes I just want to talk to that one person and unwind at the end of the day, right? And it's become more difficult to communicate with other people a lot of the time, and that just kind of compounds onto my own emotional disconnect that I'm having with myself because of being overwhelmed. And I think that the artist that we met along the way had a very good point. When you're going through issues or you feel overwhelmed, you don't stop and smell the roses, right? You don't take time to enjoy nature and to realize how good it is and how pretty it is, and just enjoy the peace and the serenity that life can give you. And honestly, those should be the outlets that we look for, not, drugs and alcohol and bad relationships. We should be looking to ourselves and just enjoy being alone, because sometimes that's the best thing for you. And I'm starting to kind of come to terms with that, because at night I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be alone with myself, because then my brain starts talking, and when it starts talking, I start getting sad, and I don't like when I get sad, right? So I like the distractions, and I like having conversations at night while I'm laying there trying to go to sleep. I like talking until I go to sleep. I like being able to text myself to sleep with somebody, So I've not had that in a very long time, and I've become used to that. And so I'm trying to come to terms with being alone during those moments. Because at the end of the day, the only person that you can rely on in making yourself happy and stable and rooted is yourself. I know that there's support systems out there. I know that there are people that you can talk to, and you should always have people that you can talk to. But at the end of the day, it all comes back to you, and you have to be strong enough to help you through your problems. Even if it comes down to just analyzing it or being mad and getting it out of your system. Sometimes you just have to. And those times especially are when it's better to be alone, I think, because if you're with somebody else and you're just lashing out to get it out of your system and express your anger so that it's not bottled up inside you, you're just going to make them mad too. And that's where toxicity begins to form and is not good for anybody. So sometimes I think being alone is a good thing, and I need to work on that. I need to work on being okay to not be okay, and to be alone with that. So that was a long thought process post. It says continue, so I will go ahead and start another recording and just to see what continue means. it's probably going to just send me back on the road again. My thought process is if you said that you don't feel better or that you're not sure if you feel better, you would get back on the bike, get back on the road, meet more people, learn their stories, and then through those stories of others, you learn about yourself. And that's another good takeaway from this as well, is if you don't have others around you, you're not going to really be able to learn the way that you should or as much as you should, because you learn through experience, not a book. You know, there's so much wisdom to be had from other people. And if we don't take the time to listen to them, how can we ever learn, right? So thanks for being here. Thanks for listening to my my joy talk, if you will. And yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this. It's probably going to be an overnight game because there are some language from the woodcutter that is not joy style or PG, and so I can't really have that be my normal upload, so I will upload that as an after dark kind of thing. But again, I love these kinds of experiences and games, and so if you guys have any other games that are similar to this that you would like me to check out, be sure to let me know, because I would love your feedback and your thoughts on that as well. And let me know what your takeaway from our moon ride was, because this was definitely a come to yourself moment. And yeah, I'm gonna go because it's kind of hard for me to think right now, so I just need to go feel for a little bit. And hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to check out the links down below for other visual novel type of games that I've done, and I will catch you guys down the road for more of a joy-filled life.